New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? It's Jay Ellis from Knick Of Time Show here, give you that Knicks talk just in Knick of time. And it's time to talk about a Knicks loss. Knicks lose to the Pacers 116 to 103. Started off pretty decently in the first quarter, let go of the rope in the second quarter, and ended up just losing. Was a lot of things going weird today. We had Jalen Brunson, who missed 11 straight shots, the most missed shots he's made in his career. We had the Knicks being out rebounded, and the Pacers out hustled, out muscled, out worked us, and we ended up losing. And we're gonna talk about it all. So before I get into the details of the game, I'm gonna introduce you to the one baller, Ebony. What's going on, Ebony?
I can't get off mute fast enough. I, that's right. I'm frustrated. I'm
Yeah,
disappointed. I am uh very, very upset. Like super disappointed in my team. Like it's hard to keep positive right now. You laid down. You laid down. It was no fight. It was no fight. It was no ball movement. It's like again, we went back to Indiana and became unrecognizable. We had last time Hart apologized, it lasted us to the playoffs. So I thought we was gonna get that Hart the rest of the way. I don't know who that guy was today, point guard Hart, but we need big man Hart. We could do point center, but it got to be center in that title.
yeah,
I think he plays super soft. I think Jalen Brunson plays super selfish. I didn't like his shot selection at all today. At all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And then he froze, and now on top of him struggling, he froze out the folks that was keeping us in the game at first.
yeah.
When Dante took one shot in that third quarter, and it was at the end of the third quarter. Same thing with Deuce. Deuce was having his way, and just like so much one-on-one movement, no team ball on either side of the basket. It was terrible. It was terrible. The rotations was terrible. Tibbs wasn't on his A game today at all. Um, People lay down. I don't even know what else to say. It just no effort, no effort. This is a game to take you to the Eastern Conference Final, and this is how you come out. I'm Josh Hart.
With Carlisle. Yeah, I was kind of shocked.
For you Pacers
I was
fans,
kind of shocked at how everything unfolded. I thought we were going to show up today. That's been our team identity for the entire season. We showed up in big moments. We showed up in big games. Didn't really feel like we showed up today. And it's not even just a bunch of people. It's really like a couple of people. Brunson, you're absolutely correct about Brunson. I felt like, I don't know, there was one pivotal play to me that really stuck out. Alec Burks is in the game. Alec Burks has been giving us some decent minutes recently. Jalen Brunson is double teamed. Alec Burks has his hand out in the shooting pocket while Brunson is being double teamed. And he decided to take a contested shot over Nembhard. Now, I guess his thinking is I've been cooking Nembhard for 6 games, but give Burks that wide open three though. That wide open three is more valuable at this time instead of just getting on track. Stuff like that, it just can't happen. And then it seemed like he was pressing too. It seemed like he was pressing in the first half, where he was short. So it made me look. It's weird because usually when I look to Brunson, he's usually the calm one to me. So it was weird to see him be short in the first half for consecutive plays, and then miss 2 free throws at the free throw line. Everything just seemed very weird. Now he offensively started hitting shots in the third and fourth quarter, but you're kind of right, Evan. I think the ball distribution needed to be a little bit more prominent. I felt like we were in rotation all night long, and got gas because of it. And it was a lot simpler to guard us tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah. It was terrible. It was terrible. We gave Siakam way too much space. We kept letting Tyler Burton, front runner. I hate that word, but that's what he is. How you gonna call somebody too small and you getting cooked by somebody that might not be in the rotation right now? How we not going through all these injuries?
Yeah.
Come on, I ain't even gonna talk about that, but like it just keep it our team because we play a terrible giving Siakam room at the free throw line. That's damn near a layup for him.
Yeah.
Then you letting people go right. No whole team can't go left unless they left-handed. None of them could go left.
That,
Siakam either. He pull up as soon as you make him dribble 2 times past his left hand.
nah, I agree. I mean, the Josh Hart Siakam matchup has been cooked from the minute. It didn't help that Josh Hart, he's gone now with a mysterious abdomen injury. Hopefully he's back for game 7 because that's our energy guy. And our energy guy couldn't give us energy. That's not through no fault of his own. I don't know what happened. Doesn't really bode well for us right now, but I'm a little bit worried about that more than anything. But the Siakam thing, when Precious is on him, especially, I'm like, cool, Precious is on him. He has a little bit more height. Maybe we felt better with Precious on Siakam. I don't understand how Precious leaves him open in the same spot for 6 consecutive plays. Mid-range pull-up, mid-range pull-up, mid-range pull-up, mid-range. Like, he didn't even let him make him move. Like, I didn't understand it. I don't understand.
We ain't play smart at all, y'all. At
We
all. At all. It was like they was walking brainless out there the whole game. We watching. It's 2 people there, and I granted Josh Hart had a reason. His stomach was doing so he couldn't give what he normally gave. But it's 2 Knicks there, and y'all let TJ McConnell get the offensive rebound and the layup. Like that's effort. Like we laid down. Like I'm so disappointed in this team. It's ridiculous. That picking the offense after the initial pick and roll, there was no movement, no back doors, really, no additional movement. They just it's like they get to Indiana and they forget how to play basketball. I'm
Yeah.
not understanding.
The home team has really been the team that's really taken hold of these games, and it's funny. I feel like I hope we didn't miss opportunity in game 3 to really put this away, because that miracle shot by Hart plus missed free throws was probably the prime opportunity to take one with the Pacers. I hope we didn't miss the opportunity now, because at this point the body just keep dropping. The bodies can keep dropping. It might be a war of attrition for real if we don't have Josh Hart. So I'm extremely worried about Sunday now. Granted, it is home court advantage. MSG is going to give us extra energy, but we're going to need extra energy or extra body. We might have to see some Sims minutes. We might have we have to go somewhere else with it to during the next game to see where we can pull out of it. But I'm with you. I'm extremely disappointed in how he played. And shoot, even Hartenstein didn't really have the rebounds today. The multiple efforts weren't there today. They just seemed like they got worn down and gassed. And on the other side of the ball, the Pacers are full court pressing us all day long with not like one person, but like a team. And in those scenarios, I think we just have to be steadfast in moving the ball. You got 3 people up front. We need to just pass the ball and beat the press with the pass. Even with iHeart, like we were doing, like Ebony says, use their pressure against them. It's worked a few times with iHeart. The first time we made a turnover, we kind of went away from it. I think we still could have kept doing that, even with that one turnover. Just kind of keep going through iHeart if you're going to just be pressing up on the Knicks all day long. So, I mean, you got to give them a lot of credit. When Indiana Pacers play in Indiana, they seem to find extra gear and they don't really make as many mistakes, it seems like, when they're away from home. When they're at home.
Yeah, I can see that. But today, I think we didn't help make no mistakes. We did nothing to make them make mistakes. We had no resistance. There was none. We let people who don't have layup packages, who don't have good handles, get to wherever they wanted. Like it was ridiculous. I can't make no excuses for them, and I'm not. Um, they give him saying Josh Hart did it. He gave what he could, but it was just I was calling for Sims in the second quarter. I ain't gonna hold you because at the point of Precious getting cooked the way he was getting cooked, he had some good moments where he went to the basket, was aggressive, but it was far in between. The same thing with iHeart. It's like at that point, try something different. See what Sims can do on Siakam. He might foul him, but I guarantee you, he's not gonna make it easy for him. And then if you put Sims in, you can switch on everything like we was trying to do today. You can't do that. He's not comfortable guarding guards. He's not. I've seen that all season. He's just not comfortable out there. That's not where he feels comfortable. And may he not have the foot speed or whatever it is, but it's not the matchups, the switching on everything, having iHeart on Halliburton. iHeart see me, every
Yeah,
time Halliburton sees iHeart,
that's
he
3-point
thinks
shooters going
barbecue
up.
chicken.
That 3-point
Yep.
shots going
And,
up.
and he's getting to the right. We know he every time he's getting to his right. So I just thought it was not a brainless game. I'm sorry. I can't call it nothing else. We didn't help ourselves. We didn't do anything to try to help ourselves at all. At all.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's going on?
Dude,
Came late to the program. Shout out to Ryan G's in the building. Ryan, man, what's want to get your thoughts on this game?
I mean, y'all pretty much said it all. I'm just gonna point out to some stats, which pretty much surprised me for this game. Rebounds. I rebounded by 12. That's the thing that stood out to me the most because I'm like, Knicks is a team that dominates on the boards, and even though they're banged up at the moment, the way the Knicks rebound the ball, like there's no way in hell the Knicks should allow a Pacers team to out rebound them by 12. They were pretty much even with offensive boards as well. 13 to 14, where again, Knicks should be dominating in that category. There's no way in hell they should make a Pacers team be even on them on the offensive boards. Another stat that stood out as well, only 20 assists. Again, there was a lack of ball movement, a lot of one-on-one play, and that didn't help them to get past the Pacers in this game. Another alarming stat. Pacers 62 points in the paint.
Yeah.
Again, no rim protections. Pacers were just driving at will to the basket, scoring at will at the basket, no resistance whatsoever. And that's the Knicks bread and butter right there. Like the Knicks may make you shoot the Knicks may make you shoot outside shots, but the Knicks are not gonna allow you to get into the paint and dominate in the paint. So it's like right then and there, it's like the Pacers took the Knicks bread and butter and pretty much rejected that and just dominated in the paint. That's another stat that stood out to me as well. And again, like the scoring, like the Pacers are a team that if multiple guys get going, you really have no shot to beat this team. And again, you look at the stats, like, yeah, we know Siakam killed them in the mid range. I don't know why, like Ebony said, I don't know why Precious was giving him so much space in the mid range and just have him shooting those mid range jumpers. That's Siakam's bread and butter. You give that guy wide open mid range jumpers, he's gonna knock them in
Yeah, it's a
nine
long
times
night.
out of 10.
It's a
Yeah.
long
So
night.
besides Siakam getting 25 points, I mean, come on, across the board, Turner 17, Nemhard 15, Halliburton 15, Toppin 11, TJ McConnell 15 off the bench. Like if you have the Pacers spreading the wealth, you have no chance to win that game. You have to limit the others and force like Halliburton to really carry the load. Scoring wise, the Knicks didn't do that tonight, and you combine all those things together. Then of course you have Josh Hart going out with the injury. You don't know his status for Game 7. That's concerning. And then another thing too as well, it's like this because when you look at the series as a whole, the Knicks should have really closed this out in 5. Realistically, like Game 3, they blew it. They should have won Game 3, and they should have been done in 5. And they should be getting rest right now for the Celtics going to the next round. And if anything, it's like, okay, you needed tonight's game because it's like, the team is shorthanded. If you win tonight, you have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off to recover before the series starts on Tuesday. But now you're going to a game 7, and it's gonna be a quick turnaround too, because I think the Sunday game's an afternoon game. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, the Knicks win game 7, which I think they will, because home court seems to be the main factor in this series, and Pacers haven't shown me anything to tell me that they're gonna beat the Knicks on their home court. So I expect the Knicks to win game 7. But it's like you're gonna have 1 day rest, shorthanded, against a Celtics team who's been resting since pretty much Wednesday? So that's gonna be a tough task for the Knicks going into the next round. So it's like, if anything, you needed to win tonight.
Yeah.
Just so you can get that rest.
Ryan, I'm not gonna hold you. Josh Hart leaving the game early with abdominal pains, it puts game 7 in question.
Yeah.
It puts game 7 in huge question. I don't know if he can play. I don't know if he's gonna be playing through pain. If he does play, I don't know if he's gonna play if he's 100%. But like, that is a Josh Hart injury to me is one injury too much.
I believe so as well. The only reason I say I think Knicks will still win game 7 is because of the Garden crowd. I think they're gonna ride the Garden crowd, and it's gonna give them that adrenaline boost that they need to get past them in game 7. That's what I believe. But I'm concerned going forward because there comes a time where it's like, like you said, there's too many injuries. Like there comes a time where it's like, how many times can you overcome? You know what I mean? Like, eventually injuries are going to catch up if they keep happening. So it's concerning going forward, but I do think the home crowd is going to help propel them to that game 7 victory. But going forward, it's not looking good, especially if Josh Hart is hurt and if OG can't come back. Like, I don't even know OG's status. But
Yeah, I'm not expecting OG to come back once. Like, it's going to have to be Precious playing Josh Hart's. It's going to be Precious. It has to be Precious and Sims in game 7. So it's going to be, and we're going to have to really, really ride the wave of the Garden crowd to get this one done. And because the thing with because you already know what it is with Precious. Precious does not provide the spacing. He does not provide the optimal spacing. Josh Hart doesn't provide a lot of spacing too, but he provides a lot more spacing than Precious does. So not saying it's impossible, because the Pacers do have this thing where they go off and on depending on whether they're at home or away, but it's going to be a tall task. So I'm not expecting anything on Sunday. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not expecting the Knicks to win. I'm not saying it's impossible to win, but it's going to be harder for us to win without Josh Hart, for sure.
What I'm expecting is better effort. That's for sure. I'm expecting my smart, disciplined team to be smart and disciplined. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting if a guy has 15 points at halftime, he doesn't end up with 17 for the whole game. That's what I'm expecting. The fact that it was 2 people in double figures at halftime, and the whole team was in negative plus minus during that, right? But it was 2 people on the Knicks and on Indiana, actually. But the difference with Indiana is they had a lot more people bench scoring than we did at that time. The 2 people on the Knicks that were in double figure at half was Dante and Deuce. Would both have 15 at half. That's what they both had at half. So to finish with 17 points, and you played how many minutes? Almost 40 minutes of the game, and you only scored 2 points during the second half. And I'm not even saying that was his fault. I'm not saying that's Dante's fault. Like, just the icing and the non-movement, and it's just man. And maybe we don't need days off, because if this the product, just maybe we don't need consecutive days off if we gonna get this type of effort after it.
Yeah,
Maybe we
I don't
just
know,
need to go
man.
from 1-1
To,
because this shit crazy.
to me, the most alarming thing was really the matching up in transition. Like
Yeah.
I don't think we've matched up with the Pacers in transition the entire night. And it's funny because I'm looking at these fast break numbers on and they're like really deceiving because his fast break number is 8-8. But I guess what the Pacers technically doing aren't necessarily fast break. I guess maybe they'll call it early offense because I feel like a lot of the time they just got into the paint, kicked it out, got a three, got into the paint, pass, got a dunk, and we just never could really solve that. So we're gonna have to do a lot better job matching up in transition. We're gonna have to do a lot better job rotating. We're gonna have to do a lot better job passing the ball. We're gonna have to do a lot better job gang rebounding, and we're gonna have to do a lot to win this game at home. And hopefully the Garden crowd can lift this team up and get this game 7.
I hope so. I'm frustrated. Like this is crazy. This is not how you come out on when you're trying to get to the next round and you got the team on the ropes.
Question. I'm gonna ask the annoying question that's been circling around TV for 6 or 7 games. Is it because the Knicks are tired?
Nah, not after a break. No, not after consecutive days off.
Yeah,
No,
I think
you
that's what it
can't.
is. Like I'm not like
Mm-mm.
after consecutive days, I don't feel like it's tired. With Brunson, it seemed like Josh Hart was kind of screaming at Brunson to rotate in the first quarter. What's
Brunson's help defense was horrific today. His rotations was damn near non-existent.
Is
And
that still a foot thing, or is it? Because I know Brunson to be a guy, even though he's not, the best defender because of his physical abilities. I've seen Brunson battle defensively all year long. So is he just downplaying the foot?
no, I don't know. I really don't know. I just because he said don't make he's not going to use that as an excuse. If I can go, I can go. So I
Right.
don't know. To me, Brunson just looked real sped up and kind of looked like the lights might have been a little bright for him today.
Yeah, he looks better
Um,
for sure.
he was sped up. It was a point where like he was looked like he was going to pass and then forced the shot and it was short. Like he was a lot. It was a lot of uncommitted. Like, do I do it? Okay, I'm here already. Kind of vibes from him. And like you mentioned with Alec Burke about him being open, that was all game. He did it to Deuce multiple times. He did it to Dante multiple times. The like one of his first shots that he hit after going through that long stretch, Dante was wide open. He
Mm,
made it. I was happy he made it because if he did, and I was like, come on, bro, that was a terrible
right.
shot. You had Dante right there. You get what I'm saying? So I today looked like he may have gotten to his own head, maybe. I don't know. It didn't
It
look
definitely looked like that,
Brunson-ish.
especially in the first half. Especially, I feel like he's got to his head the first half, and he spent this third quarter trying to make up for it.
Mm-hmm. Back some. We gotta
But
hit. We
Yeah,
gotta hit free throws too.
got it for you.
yeah, that too. And it's kind of funny because I don't know if it was a thing tonight or it was just like a random occurrence, but when I saw the Knicks, like a lot of Knicks players were all black today, and I'm just thinking like, are they doing that same funeral vibe that they did like 11 years ago? I think it was game 5 against the Celtics, where they all wore black to game 5, saying that it's gonna be a Celtics funeral. The Celtics end up winning game 5. The Knicks had to win game 6 to finally close out the series. And I'm just hoping that they wasn't carrying that same vibe because I was like, the last time Knicks did that, went all black to the game, they actually lost that game. So I'm like, I'm just hoping it's a random occurrence. And it
Yeah,
wasn't something planned where it was like, everybody just wearing black because it's like, they're trying to say like, yeah, Pacers, y'all done tonight. But I'm like, no, don't do that again because the last time Knicks did that, they lost that game. And sure enough, they did it again tonight and they lost.
yeah. And I want to beat the Pacers really bad. I want to beat because Halliburton does not shut up, yo. Like he's annoying.
No, he does shut up.
But he does shut up when he's losing. That's for sure.
Or in the garden, period. He could be up and he's quiet as Stuart Little. You get what I'm saying? Like
That's a
you
fact.
can't talk. He talking junk with 15 points.
Yeah.
And your matchup that you guard and had more points than you. Where they do that at?
Yeah, it's like I'm like, to be honest, Siakam is their matchup. Like that's the matchup where we don't have an answer since we lost OG. And I was saying in the pregame, I'm like, Siakam's the guy who can really kill us. It's really Siakam. Like that's the guy with I know Miles Turner. Yeah. You know, I know Halliburton is cool. We need to get an offense, but Siakam to me is the threat for real. And we have to figure something out. We have to take away one thing next game. At least we took away absolutely nothing today.
They have to give him, if they're gonna, first of all, they got to push him more out of his comfort spot. You got to put bodies on him. You got to make it hard for him to get into this post. You don't let him start in the mid range. You know he wants to get there.
Right.
You know, push him out. Make him make some threes. If he makes the threes, you live with it. Force him left. That baby, literally, I watched him. I'm like, all right, let me see if he can go left. Every time he take more than 2 dribbles there that way, he's
goes
pulling,
right back,
he's pulling up.
And then falls.
Or he's trying to get back to his right hand, either or.
Siakam's falling jump shot is the most annoying thing because he's obviously hunting. And like he's obviously trying to get the foul, but like he just falls when no one's even hitting him. It's like annoyingly funny.
Like it's so annoying to me because there's so many flaws in the Pacers game. Like there's so many flaws. Like and we just not playing smart. It's just it's crazy. And with Hart, he does a good job because Siakam can't create space when he's in there. But again, like Precious was doing, he was giving them too much space.
Man.
Because he's scared. You know, he's not. Maybe it's not scared. I won't say that. Maybe he's not as comfortable again on the perimeter because that's what it looks like. Like he second guesses himself out there.
That's the thing. Like Precious has been pretty decent guarding perimeter, so I don't understand
I'm talking about Hart. Like I like Hart.
Okay, Hart. Okay.
Precious been getting cooked all series by Siakam.
Yeah,
really, when you think about it. So I like Hart on Siakam at points, but even that it will work. But again, Hart is not so comfortable on that post, and he gives a lot of room too.
I agree.
So
yeah, but yeah, I got nothing else to say, man. I'm good at the rest of this game.
Overhelping. Look, I'm overhelping ridiculously. Like pick a lane. If you're gonna let the nobodies beat you, let the nobodies beat you. If you're gonna let the stars beat you, then let the stars. But pick a lane.
Everybody beat us. It was crazy. The whole team, like the whole team beat us.
They letting them hard with no. I guess he was watching us about his layup package on none. He was like, Ebony, I'm gonna show you. Trying to get to the bucket and stuff. Like, come on, y'all letting.
Yeah, I'm through with this game.
Man,
I'm through with this game. Game 7. Hopefully we got enough for Game 7. Hopefully Josh Hart heals up. I'm not sure what that was. It didn't look good. I see people in the chat saying hernia. I'm trying not to read that.
I ain't even think about it.
I'm trying not to read that. Let that sink in.
That's when I find out. I'm not speculating.
Yeah, I'm not speculating anything either. If Josh Hart can go, I'm grateful. If he cannot go, then Knicks gonna have to try to find a way. They're just gonna have to try.
Word.
Yeah, facts. We gotta just effort and play as a team. That is we don't have the roster to have somebody, you know, to take over, like be bully what you know, the hero ball. We don't have the roster for that. Like when Brunson makes himself consistent through the game and gets others involved, that's when we're the best. And then fourth quarter, because they haven't seen it the whole game, they can't adjust. You get what I'm saying? Then you take over in the fourth quarter, that's your time. With a sprinkle of your teammates again, because now your teammates are involved and it makes the defender second guess too. So even a little hesitation is enough for some people to get their shot off.
Right.
We got We got none of that. And I seen somebody say Sims. I can't remember who it was now. Sims looks lost. That comes with
Update.
time. That comes with timing. That comes with playing. Because when he did play consecutively, he didn't look lost to me.
Slight update on Josh Hart's injury. Now nothing official. It's just a word from Deuce, who said, let's see. Deuce said he seems like he's feeling better now. I'm not sure about the whole situation. So take that for what it is. I don't think it's an official doctor's note saying he's cleared, but that's what Deuce said. So hopefully it's good news and he's better for Game 7. That's just a weird random injury.
Shout out to Gregory Lee for making me chuckle. Who says Josh Hart had a Paul Pierce doo-doo moment.
and like we don't know the diagnosis of Josh Hart as of yet, but there's a famous Twitter doctor that is pretty good at diagnosing sports injuries when he sees it on TV, and he says that if the Knicks can't end this tonight, which the Knicks didn't end it tonight, Josh Hart's ab strain is going to be a major problem in a couple of days, and that's from a well-known sports doctor on Twitter that's pretty good at speaking on player injuries and things of that nature.
Oh, Lord. All right. Great. We can all just hope at this point. Hope and wait and pray and see what happens. But yeah, that's it. Do y'all want to do the oohs and bros?
My bruh pick is the Knicks.
Bruh.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, well, I don't really have any other bros or oohs, so yeah, I guess the bro goes to the Knicks for putting up a stinker for Game 6. I guess, yeah.
All right, well, Knicks going back home, Game 7 at the Garden. Ian Begley already announced 3:30 will be tip off for Knicks versus the Pacers. Shout out to me. I was trying to make plans for Sunday. I was like, yeah, we're gonna end it. Nope, I won't have a day off. But we'll be back for Knicks versus Pacers. All right. Shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to Brandon Metal. Huh?
I said the Liberty better smack the Fever tomorrow by 70 or 50. Like more than the 30 points that they just smacked them by.
Just for New York's sake. Yeesh. All right. And shout out to Idle Gray, Brandon Metal, Gregory Lee, Isaiah Ramos, picks for Timmy, Charmboy 32, Sandman, Agent, Super Argo. Everybody else is rocking with the KLT show. If you like the show, hit that like and subscribe. We're here after every game talking Knicks basketball. Also, if you missed it, we did do an interview with Wilson Chandler that is up on the channel. So if you don't feel like going through all the rigors and looking at everybody talk crazy about the Knicks, go ahead and get some feel good moments and watch some Wilson Chandler interview. And you know what? Maybe I'll chop that up and post it tomorrow just to so you guys can watch some good content unrelated to this game and just about the past and Wilson Chandler's run with old Knicks and stuff like that. So shout out to you guys who watched the interview. Thank you, Fritz.
I just want
all right.
Can I give a real quick shout out?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say shout out because I know she's watching. Shout out to on Twitter, her name Queen Miss Yankee fan. I appreciate you for supporting. Good. She's always got my back. So I just shout out.
All right. Shout out to you. Salute to you, the Queen. All right. Yo, Ebony, so just let them know, Ebony, where can they find you, Ebony?
You can find me here, sometimes on pre-games, all the time on post games. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Mad Knick Fan. Run us the pregame space on Twitter. Your take Knicks, and because it's Liberty season now, run the postgame space for Liberty at Bowling with the Queen. Sorry, and yeah, the Liberty Latte coming up soon. I
All
think
right.
we
Shout out to all
jump
you
off
thing you
next
do.
Tuesday.
Shout out to that. And Ryan G, let them know they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
SIR G is CHILLIN. And before we go, Knicks fans who are going to be in attendance for Game 7, the team's going to need you. You're going to have to be as loud as ever and try to make that home court pretty much unbeatable because this team is banged up. They're going to need all the energy they're going to need
Facts.
to win that damn Game 7.
You damn right about that. We're going to have to do some Goku energy ball type of nonsense for them to get some energy for the Game 7 because they're going to, yeah. Yeah, lend them your energy. Yeah, we're going to have to do that on Sunday. We might have to start tonight. Just raise your hands up in the sky and just start tonight because our team needs it. Our team needs it. So be loud, be obnoxious, say some F words, and maybe we can will this team to a win.
Yeah. In fact, be loud so you can scare the mice back into his hole too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Be sure, if we beat them, we'll give Halliburton the too short signal. You know what's funny? Like I'm short, but I haven't played ball since the too short thing got popular. But I'm gonna start playing ball just so I can do that against somebody tall. I'm unretired just so I can.
I ain't never want to punch somebody through a screen till today. I never wanted to punch somebody through the screen. I almost through my TV. Alpha. He did this. I'm like, and Deuce just didn't pay him no mind. Deuce like, I will truck you, my man.
He all business. Deuce all business. All right.
You singing Drake and Deuce was getting recruited to play football. Y'all ain't the same.
Yeah, not the same.
I ain't messing. I can't wait.
All right, but y'all already know. You follow us on DKLT Show on Twitter, Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick of Time Show on Facebook. All right. We will be back on Sunday. Knicks for Knicks Pacers post-game show. All right. That is our show. We're out of here. And as always,
shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's the show. We out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.